even their little containers all been eaten, look. Oh, and of course little Puss had been put outside in the cold and damp. She's in here now. Poor little Puss. Yes, I know. She says, what are you looking at? The slugs have got, look, there's some of them just completely gone. That little one's just a stalk left. This little one that's still flowering though, so yeah, I've forgotten left them out. Now they're decimated, the slugs got them. But that one's still got a bud on it. There's one that's just a stalk. That's hardly anything left. Dear. Because I wasn't, and so they were left out all that time up on the post. For 2 nights with me not here. Oh dear. Yes, I know. It's a shame, isn't it? Was Amelia going to help me today? I'll get the picture back on screen for a start. Got white screen again. We don't want that, do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. Come along. Picture back, stay. Oh, fading in a minute. Oh. Fading in and out. I think we need a light on as well because it's dark in here. Hang on. Actually, Hayley can help me today. But we need some light on the scene, don't we? You're going to stand if I go and put the light on, girl? Are you going to stand there? With flat feet. Hey, Hayley's standing. Unaided by me. Yeah, I forgot to show you this properly in my last haul. In the next sale, I was en route to some Argos and I had to go in, I went into a next because I had wild wait for a bus and it was a wasted journey because I'd ordered what I'd hoped was going to be marshmallow and then it wasn't. Anyhow, this was reduced. I did show this, half price or even less on all sale items. It was 34 and it was reduced to 14. It's quite a nice dress. It's a smaller size than I would normally buy, but I tried it on in the store and it fitted, so it's quite nice. I'll have to try one for you, hang on. Okay, what's music? I've got white screen. I need to get the picture back, I need to be able to see myself. I'm in the right position. Oh, for goodness sake. I think you can see me. It's gone white again. The whole screen's white. I can't see it, but it'll be recording because I'll press the record button. This is one size too small, but it fits okay. I did try it on over my top when I was in the shop, so I thought, well, if it fits okay over that, I could have done the one size bigger, but it's okay. It's quite nice. Pretty little dress for summer. I try to aim for natural daylight as much as possible, so but I see how dark it is in here. It's probably washed everything out now. I can't see because the picture's gone. Going, oh, it's back now, but yeah, I can see it looks washed out. Oh yeah, look at Hayley. Oh dear, completely washed out. Is that a more natural colour now? Be slightly better, I suppose. Oh, I'm going to have another crisp. And plenty. Oh, I found these pens. This is what else I wanted to show you. Because I stayed at my friend's, as you know, and the poor plants were left out all night, 2 nights, and so they've been decimated by slugs, my wildflower seedlings that were sent to me from Friends of the Earth. They're supposed to help attract bees. Anyhow, I found this bendable ball pen. It was a 99p store purchase, dear old 99p store, when they were open, and I wish they still were. I noticed the Poundland that had taken over them are closed now, because there were 2 Poundlands right opposite each other. That was ridiculous. There's a nice bendy pen. It's like a snake's tail, you see, and then... Are we still working? He was working, but he's not at the moment, but I'm sure I'll get him going again. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps not. They take a while sometimes, although it was been put away for years at my friend's house. Yeah. It's alright, I'll get him going again. These pens work, but one of them is missing. I don't know what colour is. I don't know which colour is missing, but one of them is. Scented in glitter pens, another 99p store purchase. That was for all that lot. But these work. I don't quite know what scent they've got, mind you, but they do work. See? Yeah, I can sort of smell a slight fragrance from this one. I think the yellow one might be like citrus.
I think I first played you that particular version.
Yeah, I can just about hear a very slight smell of very... Haley's telling me to be quiet because she says, you're not doing very well. Stop. I don't know, I can't sort of get back. Everything's in the way. This is what happens when you're not wealthy, I'm afraid, and you have to live in very humble surroundings. You don't have enough space to even hardly turn round. And if you like to buy things, then you've got nowhere to put anything.
I think that's really very important.
And you touch something and you knock something down off the door just by swishing your hair back. Yeah, this is what life is like, I'm afraid, for those of us who aren't wealthy. Okay, there's always a moment of silliness in my videos and we're getting it over with now. Oh. Changed packaging on this one. Another one of these because I love.
Do you want to play a game? What game shall we play?
Oh, this looks like it's on even when it isn't. It's from Poundland. Halloween light. Yeah. But it looks like it's on even when you switch it off. It looks like it's on sort of... Oh no, it's off now. Oh, that's weird. No, I don't know. You can still see like there's some sort of something lit up. Looks like it's on very dimly. There's the flowers. They've been quite decimated by the snails. I left them out here on that post 2 nights. But so even the little pot's been eaten away by the snails, but There's still some left. That one's about to flower. We look a bit washed out, don't we? See the light? You wouldn't think it's actually switched off, but the lights in it are lit up. Oh, this is so washed out, I am sorry. It's not I don't know how to do it. I've changed all the settings, but it still does it. See, this is it on, and this is it off, and it's still... Right. That's it, mate. Let me turn the radio down. There we are. Still lit up, even though it's technically switched off. Pound from Poundland, by the way. It's meant to be a spooky, haunted, spooky bulb. Perhaps they mean because it never switches off, it always stays on, even though it's supposed to be off. I went into I found my pen that was missing. I showed this that I'd actually found. It was from a haul item from a long time ago, from the 99p store, scented and glitter pens. And I said there was one missing. Well, here it is. I found it. I found it at my friend's house. And this one really does give a nice coverage. Let me show you. See, this is a turquoise one. And yeah, I can't say I can smell much of a scent with this one. So they're complete now. The little set is complete. You know how it's like when you think, oh, everything's not there where it should be, and it's a bit of a worry. You think, oh no, some of it's missing. I went into a central shop that used to be a spa shop, and I paid towards my electric bill, and I saw these and I thought, okay, I'm going to get those. They're not that nice though. They're not as nice as those lovely lint ones. They're raspberry ruffles and peppermint ruffles, and they've got like coconut centres, but they leave all bits in your teeth. Let me show you though. You know, the chocolate lovers among us. There are some. That's got a mint centre. That's so green. And these, pink. Got this from Amazon. Unit, the latest. I haven't heard this one. Assembled. There's the unit lady. I can't remember her name. Kate Lethbridge Stewart. Met with Brigadier's daughter. But in Downtime, she's played by a different actor. There's Osgood. I like Osgood. Is that Ingrid Oliver? Osgood. That's Gemma Redgrave, Ingrid Oliver. And there's Katie. Can't remember her name. She was Jo in one of the early Doctor Who series. Jo Grant for John Pertwee's Doctor. And this is a unit man who we won't be able to see them, but oh yeah, it's quite good. Actually, these are alright, these truffles. In Waitrose yesterday, still boggles. I got this one, which is one I didn't get last week. I got another one of those. The homemade biscuit. What does it say? What's it called? It's so dim in here. Homemade biscuit delight. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, homemade biscuit delight. This was the one I didn't get last week. Warm winter hug. Oh, it's got a thing on the back of this one. Look, this one hasn't. That's like so. This has got an exclamation mark. So that means it's got something dangerous in it. The other one hasn't got that. So I wonder why it's got an exclamation mark.
It's 1999.
Yeah.
I am sorry.
Oh, I don't look at that.
Stretched arms. And look out at the audience.
This one's apple, cinnamon and nutmeg. Doesn't say what the other one it contains. Oh yes it does. Vanilla, cream and sugar. Harmful to aquatic life with long-lasting effects. Well, that's terrible. That means some irresponsible people could throw them into a fish pond or a pond somewhere and damage the wildlife. They shouldn't sell things like this if they're dangerous to any part of the environment. They shouldn't be selling things that's... Because, you know, you can't rely on everybody to be responsible. I mean, some people are deliberately vile and nasty and will do something to... Oh. They could, why don't they just sell something safe? Okay. Let me show you some things I had to get some more library fragrance. This one actually says Demeter on it. I've got it from Amazon. Pina colada one. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, it does smell like pina colada. That lovely coconut and pineapple smell mixed. It's lovely. I like the sound of these tops and the feeling of when they go off and on. It's quite nice. It's quite satisfying in a funny sort of way. It's almost an ASMR sort of way, but not quite. I need to speak quieter if we want that effect, don't I? And be less manic and anxiety riddled. That smells lovely. Right. These I got from Boots. Plum Blossom. Didn't I feature this one already? It's quite nice. It has got a slight winter. Sorry about the motorbike going past. It wasn't as loud as they are sometimes. Oh, what it is to have money. And I bought another vanilla ice cream. It was half price. I had to get it from the online thing. This is one of my favourites. It was my all-time favourite until I discovered pixie dust. The colours was all wrong. Were all wrong rather. So I'm sure the light's on this time. Oh dear. I tried to lighten it with Windows Live Movie Maker, but it just sort of made. So I'll try and show you. Hope it's got a bit brighter outside. So I hope you might see the proper colour of this now. You can see it says Demeter on the top. Pina colada. Smells lovely. Oops, sorry, computer. Does smell just like it. Oh. That one called Dirt. You see it properly this time? Sorry if the radio is too loud. I do feel rather bare. It does smell. It's got that nice sort of smell, like fragrant earth, fragrant soil. It does remind me of the one called Holy Water they do. I did all this and I had to scrap the recording. Well, I may put it in as a blooper or I may just leave it there. I don't know yet until what mood I'm in when I put the video together. But yeah, I don't know if it's Pennsylvania or Philadelphia, or I can't remember what it said. Some bit beginning with a P, I think, where they come from. Cinnamon bun, we've already featured in my last haul. It's delicious. One of my favourite ones now. Need a hair clip here to keep my hair back. Okay. Eggnog, that's a lovely one too. Eggnog is really very, very nice. Oh yes. Yeah, that smells. Oh, that smells nice. Oh, that is lovely. That is nice. See, I wouldn't have discovered all these if it hadn't been for the fact that they were closing their operations in this country, and so because they were closing their operations in this country, I found out ones like I thought I'm going to have to get my favourites in now, and then I found out those ones that I didn't even know about before. Christmas in New York. I'm disappointed that it still smells the same. Got that lovely smell. but it used to be one of the rare ones that had a completely plain label. It was red with vertical stripes down one side that looked like multicoloured barcode. But you know, sort of, it just had a plain red. Well, it's not going to be the same, is it? It was a plain red label. If I can find it. Oh, well, I won't do it now. I have featured it before in my videos. And I don't know why they've made it like all the same as all the others now. I mean, that could look... If you look at these... Say if you had them all on a shelf, though I wouldn't have advised keeping them out in the daylight because they're in clear glass. And I believe perfume, fragrant, scent ingredients can deteriorate when the light gets to them. So always keep fragrances in the dark or in dark bottles. Like if they're in brightly lit places, I think they can deteriorate. But it used to have a plain red label with just the vertical stripes down, and I don't know why they've done that. Because what I'm trying to say was, if you did keep them all together and you wanted to reach for one, you might get that mixed up with the cherry blossom one. I think which looks almost the same because where their labels are really that much different to one another. Vanilla ice cream. I showed because I had to get another one of these. I got it half price. You can see it properly this time. It's a bit brighter in here now. And there's a peanut. What's this one? Cinnamon bun. Did I say cinnamon hug? I'm getting mixed up with. Oh dear. Stress. Yeah, the dirt one I do like. It reminds me of the one called Holy Water that they do, which reminds you of an old church somewhere with the musty sort of pews, but yeah, that's meant to be from the soil near where they originated from. I think that they said it was their signature scent. And I think Christmas in New York, plum blossom, dirt, vanilla ice cream, cinnamon bun, eggnog. So I've shown them all now, haven't I? That's sort of like also very much like the cherry blossom label. I love these scents. I'm so sad that they're closing their operations in the UK. And the Christmas in New York one, I can only imagine what Christmas in New York smells like because I've never been, and I'd love to go, but that's never going to happen, I'm afraid. But I can spray this on and listen. I always look forward every year on YouTube to the Christmas in New York videos from that YouTube channel called My Cat Flamingo. So a shout out to them, shout out to My Cat Flamingo. I'm a subscriber to them on my original channel. My original channel was the first one I had, and I'm not going to go into all the details about what happened with how Google Plus said it all before. But that was my original channel that I used to comment, like and subscribe, and I didn't do any videos at all then. So my original channel is the one I used for subscribing, and so I subscribe to them, and I look forward every year. That's the only videos they put up. They put one up every Christmas in New York, and I always look forward to it. It's lovely. They put them up like about the third week in December, just before Christmas, and they're lovely. And so you can spray that on and watch that and at night on your own in the dark and think, oh, if only I was there. It saves you all the hassle because it would be very stressful, I should imagine. All the traffic and everything. But I'm thinking I'd love to. Times Square, and yeah. Anyhow, one can dream. Walking through Central Park. I had a nice poster from Central Park. No, I had a Central Perk mug, as featured in Friends, and a poster that was like on Monica's wall, because I've got some of the DVDs of Friends, and I love Monica's apartment. That apartment is just so... I've gone off on a tangent, as I usually do. Hi. Are we recording? I've just noticed that the one under their own name of Demeter, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, is slightly smaller. The bottles are slightly bigger. I'll get it right in a minute. The ones they do in this country, just called Library of Fragrance, the bottles are slightly smaller. I don't know, it's probably just a curiosity thing that no one may have noticed. But the ones they sell in America are slightly bigger than the bottles they sell over here. Oh. So you can see that these are lit up, and they're not meant to be.
And who would you name your
Sorry, there's stuff all over the place, but yeah, it's lit up, and it's meant to be out. So I don't know what's going on there. That's very strange. There's the thing to see, it's lit up, and now it's off, but it's still lit. Maybe that's what they mean by calling it haunted. I doubt it though. That's nice, that bag, isn't it? Mini TARDIS. Mini hall. This is not as good in one way as the Christmas ones because all the pictures inside are in black and white as opposed to colour, and I prefer the colour. This is from Poundland. I've seen the craze. I don't know if this is a remake. Poundland. Colour. This was dear more, but I wanted the Christmas tree. I've got another one of these. I wonder if this one's going to turn off. This is the green one, as you can see. Let's get that radio off. Washed out, so I need the light on. I'll sit on the computer feed, and I'll pull the cord out, the cable out of the computer, and then it will go off because it can't run under its own steam anymore because the battery is completely gone and it needs a new one. So now, got this from Poundland yesterday. Voice going, so I'm making a recording. It's not the original, I've seen the original one, this is a new remake. Hope it's not going to be rubbish. Couldn't resist this frozen bag. Got white screen again. Okay, we've come back momentarily. Let's hope it stays. I've got white on, light colour, hoping it's going to make this show up. I got this from the Co-op. Christmas tree. It was expensive. This was expensive from the Co-op. They're only £2 each in Waitrose. They haven't got this particular one in Waitrose though, the Christmas tree, and I presume that's a limited edition. And it does smell nice. Kind of effective, but it smells nice. Now, this one, the old battery's in. It's not lighting up so bright now. It was still illuminated all night. I could see it. In this bag, I could see it illuminated when I was in bed. It was lighting up the bag. But there's this one, and here's the green. I got a green one last night, as you saw when I was in a coffee shop doing a. That's nice. But this one never goes out properly. This old one, it doesn't turn off properly. It still lights up. It's still lit up slightly. It's not as bad as it was. So obviously it wasn't meant to do that. It wasn't because it's called haunted. It's just, it is not meant. They're meant to go off. When you turn this one out, Poundland, as I've said, I like the green. I don't know what's haunted about them. So they don't look anything spooky, I don't think. But anywho, moving on. See, that one goes out properly when you turn it out. Now, I was travel pass holder, the Dalek on it. This is from my friend. I'm going to send this to my friend in London. We're Doctor Who fans. Though I haven't met anyone who's happy about Jodie Whittaker being the Doctor. Oh right, it's early days, but I haven't. The consensus of opinion is it's ridiculous. It's political correctness, and that's all it's being done for. And the Doctor's always been a male character, so why, you know. So that's what that's yeah. I haven't met anyone who's, and I've spoken to a lot of people, and I haven't met anyone who's happy about it. And yet, if the media are to be believed, Everyone's overjoyed. That's what they're telling us. Wow, the reality is very different. And I think even Doctor Who magazine are frightened to say what they really think, because it's the feminazis that's behind it. Are we allowed to say that? We're not allowed, you know, there's so much we're not allowed to say anymore. We live in a country where there's no freedom of speech, and yet I don't think anybody actually realises that. What I don't like about this Doctor Who book is, unlike the one they did for Christmas last year, the winter stories, they had colour pictures in there. But what was wrong with that? They were all in the middle of the book instead of being included among the stories. But this one, they're throughout the book, but they're all in black and white. And another gripe that I've got with this, it's only the first two and like a couple in the middle that actually show the doctors, and I like to see the doctors in the illustration. And most of the stories in here, they show a picture. It's the last one has got the 12th Doctor, that it's not exactly much like him. But most of the pictures in here do not show the doctors. No, so it's got the Weeping Angels. But so anyhow, I've started reading the first story, which is quite good. It's got Dodo, Stephen, and the First Doctor, and I like the cover. The first story features like jack-o'-lanterns and everything. You need it on the indoor setting now. First of Christmas. Deal with all this in mind. Colour changing. Toby.